Hey, I wanted to make a video about prepping for conference 2016 for 2016. This I guess can go for any major event, so if you refer back to this at any later time, it's not conference specific, it's just any major event. Here is what I'm doing to prep for it so I'm ready to run whenever everything's announced and I'm good to go. So I'm going to start with Facebook lists, because if I don't, I will forget to talk about that. So Facebook lists, if you don't understand them, don't know what they are, how to set them up, go to Google and just write set up Facebook lists, and literally a step-by-step pops up. You don't even have to click any links. That just step-by-step pops up right there on Google. So do that, and that's how you can check out Facebook lists and set them up. I'm setting them up for potential distributors, potential loyal customers, It Works distributors, and my personal team. So I have a couple different ones, but I'll explain why I use each one. Let's say you're gonna post about greens. You would think, okay, let's post potential loyal customers. Like, that's awesome. Post just for potential loyal customers. But you don't want to always do that, because there's some potentials out there that you don't know are potentials. So you don't want to like just post your It Works post just for your lists only, because you don't know, like, you could be missing potentials that you didn't even know were potentials, if that makes sense. And then so what I would do, like, there's like a do not show to, there's like a only show to and a block from. I would block from other distributors, because then it's going to pop up in their feeds more, and that's taking the views away from your other potentials. So whenever you're posting about the business and about the products and all that stuff, it's good to just block it from other distributors, just simply for the reason it'll show to less of them and more to your other friends. You don't want, say it only showed to 100 people. I'm not like an expert on this, but say it only showed to 100 people. Say 50 of those were distributors. If you can eliminate those and show it to really 100 potentials, that's even better. So don't quote me on that's how Facebook works. It just logically in my head makes sense that way. Okay, that's lists. So while you're at conference, while you're posting about all the announcements at conference, you can be posting and target it to your potential loyal customers if they announce a product, or to your potential distributors if you just want to show the party side of it and how fun this business is. So you could do that, different things like that. So you want to have those lists ready to go, and they take time, especially if you have a lot of friends. They're gonna take time. So take the time to do it, because it will pay off in the end if you do that. I'm working on perfecting mine. Mine have been like, they're like halfway done, but I'm perfecting them before conference. So that's number one, what I'm doing before conference. Number two is, sorry. Number two is I am making sure all of my lists are up to date. So I have an Excel sheet that is potential loyal customers, then I have an Excel sheet that's potential distributors, and it has like all the reasons, like why they're not signing up now, when the last time I talked to them about what their objection was, like no money, husband doesn't want me to do it, whatever it is. I have their objection written on there, so that way I can look and just like know what our conversation was about so far. I'm sorry. So I have that. So what I'm going to do is print that out. I have it in Excel. So if you have it in, if you have yours written out or whatever you have, I would maybe make copies if it's written out, so you don't like completely destroy it, because what I'm about to tell you will be a little arts and crafty. So what I'm going to do is go through every single one of my potentials. I don't care if they haven't responded to me since 2014 or 2013. I don't care when the last time I finally got a response from them was. I am going to message them, and I'm going to say, hey, I am going to conference. It's our biggest conference of like the whole company. Obviously I'll get this down, but my excitement will be in it, because I can barely speak because I'm so excited. But it's the biggest conference that we've ever had, 2016 so far. So I'm going to this conference and I'm so excited. They usually announce products there. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm making a list of people, the list of names to take with me to Florida, and I'm gonna have a list of people that want to know about what we're launching first? So do you want to be on my list to know what happens first? Same thing with distributors. I'm going to conference. It's the biggest conference that we've ever had. I'm bringing a list with me of just people that want to be the first to know about what announcements we make for people joining our team. Do you want to be the first to know? I will make sure I message you before I leave Florida. I know I'm going to have a layover somewhere for a couple of hours. I know that I'm leaving super early in the morning, like 5 a.m. But if I have my list with me and I already have like if I kind of pre-write it, but I also like to make them, I don't like to copy and paste messages because one, Facebook freaks out over that. Two, I like to be a little bit more personal. So if you copy and paste the gist of it and put a little in front, put a little at the bottom, then make it personal, then you'll be ready to go and you could just send that off if you are at conference. If not, you could be at home just sending out messages quick. That's the only downfall. That's why you never want to like go to Disney World or something after conference, because you're going to be like, no, I want to work. So like even being on a plane for 5 hours is going to kill me because I'm like, oh, I can't work during that time. But thankfully I land like right when Super Bowl starts. That's a reason not to have to watch the game. I do not like football. But yeah, so anyway, I have huge plans to just go hard whenever I get back, and working up towards it, I'm going to be doing this. So I'm making my list. I'm just gonna, so I have my Excel sheet. If they say they want to, I'll put an X through their name or like a dash or whatever, check mark, saying that I contacted them. Once they reply back, I'll highlight their name. And I have hundreds of potentials. So I'm going to be sending out lots of messages to prep for this. But then it's a good reason to follow up with them immediately. And then for the people that don't really reply or they're like, oh, you know, take your time, whatever. Then you can get back to them throughout the week and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. I had to tell you. I know you didn't want to be the first to know, so I didn't blow you up the second it was announced. But I have to tell you, they announced that whatever they announced. I was gonna like make something up, but I don't even want to speculate. So those are my goals for right now, to be super organized, to have a list to bring with me to conference, get my lists going so while I'm at conference my posts are like on point and going to the right person. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I have always just like shown the excitement online and all that stuff, and like of course whenever so last year they announced Double Good, so I'd follow up with everyone like, oh my gosh, there's Double Good bonuses, $20,000 on the line if you join the team, and the $500 Ruby bonus, which was brand new last January. So that was awesome to be able to lead up with it, but it's our follow-up after it's announced. But it's kind of cool to be like, okay, I'm gonna have this exclusive information. Do you want to be a part of it? Everyone wants to be a part of it. Everyone wants to know everything. So I feel like the turnaround will be huge, and it will be really awesome, because then you have a list of automatic people that are expecting a follow-up. So there are my tips. That's what I'm doing. There are my tips. I don't know if that's correct. Those are my tips. If you have any input or any ideas on what you're doing, if you want to share, put it in the comments and let us know. If you have any questions, put it in the comments. And other than that, get ready, because oh my gosh, you guys, last week I was looking at my volume from comparing this holiday season to last holiday season. You know, I'm not going to point out the negative parts of this, but I will tell you that from January to February, my volume, like GV, doubled. And I mean, like, literally, it was already like an impressive number, and it doubled in 1 month. So big things are happening. Conference will have a huge effect on that. Whatever they announce will have a huge effect on that. And tax season coming up will have a huge effect on that. Like, the fact that you could invest in your own business and just like change your life with like, people use their tax return to like pay off all the stuff they did at Christmas, you know what I mean? Like, if they could take that and then next Christmas they don't have to do it. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna like, it's crazy, you guys, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. So there is that. I'm so glad I didn't say this was gonna be a quick video, because I knew it wouldn't be. So that's what I'm doing. I don't have past experience to tell you if like this worked last year or anything, but hopefully next year I'll be able to say, hey, this worked. But it makes sense, it should work, right? And why not follow up with them and just check in with them and offer them like an exclusive thing without, sorry, I'm getting cold, so I'm shaking, without any attachment. Like, they can say yes or no, that's all it is. So Okay, that's all. I'm super excited for conference and I can't wait to see a ton of you there. And if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.